Cory Booker, at the fourth presidential Democratic debates, showed himself to be completely clueless about how Andrew Yang's freedom dividend, $1,000 a month for every United States citizen 18 and over, completely clueless about how it works. He seems to think it's a replacement for income through jobs. It's not a replacement, it's a supplement. Here's what he had to say.
Senator Booker, one of the latest impasses in negotiations involves bringing jobs back from Mexico. As president, how would you convince GM to return production to the United States?
Well, first of all, the one point I wanted to make about the UBI conversation, and I hope that my friend Andrew Yang will come out for this, doing more for workers than UBI would actually be just raising the minimum wage to $15 an hour. It would put more money in people's pockets than giving them $1,000 a month. We have to start putting the dignity back in work. And number one, you start having trade deals, not like this thing that the
In previous debates, if a name was mentioned, that person got to respond, but that kind of wound up being a disaster because two people would just go back and forth and keep mentioning each other's name and then monopolize the debate when you got 10 people in the stage, or this time's 12. So Andrew Yang doesn't get a chance to respond, but you saw him smiling because he must be thinking, my gosh, Cory Booker is so freaking clueless. The freedom dividend is not a replacement to money you make through work. It is a supplement, meaning somebody currently making $10 an hour, with the freedom dividend, they're now equivalent to $16 an hour, actually more, since the freedom dividend isn't taxed, we're equivalent to $17 an hour. So it actually does more. And obviously, a $15 an hour minimum wage does not address people who are unemployed where their unemployment checks are about to run out. It will actually accelerate the automation of jobs. This is a disastrous idea to make workers even more expensive for companies. The companies are now even going to turn more to automation than they currently are. It's just going to make automation more attractive. Where the freedom dividend gets everybody even beyond that $15 an hour minimum wage. But for the companies, it's still 10, 11, 12, depending on what that job is, and the demand and supply for workers. So obviously the freedom dividend is far better than this $15 an hour minimum wage, which also doesn't recognize, a big thing about the freedom dividend is it recognizes people who stay at home to take care of children and or elderly parents, people that do a lot of volunteer work around their community who aren't currently recognized. This freedom dividend gives those people recognition. This is the best way to address this automation that's going to accelerate. The automation we saw in manufacturing, we're now seeing come to retail with Amazon, which is highly automated, closing down a lot of local stores as more people are ordering online. Automation is going to come to fast food. Imagine that. Imagine how many people will lose their job then. And it's going to accelerate in call centers and many other industries as well. So this freedom dividend is supplement to what you're currently making is the best idea. And it's also going to help people that need it the most. People in inner city neighborhoods where the population is more dense are going to have much more of that greater income influx than rural areas. And these, of course, are the neighborhoods that really need that money. The people who need it are going to come. And also currently the federal government, state governments are putting enormous money into welfare programs where the money isn't going to the people that need it because of the huge administrative costs, the mismanagement, the bureaucracy, the corruption. The freedom dividend gets rid of all that. The money goes right into the hands of the people, and then the people decide how it's spent. This is going to cause a boom for local businesses in people's communities. This is the best way to address the situation we have with automation, recognizing the people in our society that currently aren't being recognized right now. They're really the best way to take our country forward. Cory Booker has proven himself incompetent and incapable. The guy to take us forward, absolutely without a doubt, is Andrew Yang. This is Jim Wall. Thanks for watching. Until next time.
Cisco, do we have to leave all our good friends now?
Only until next time, Pancho. Adios, amigos.